Hi friends, now we will see one shloka which is about accepting good even from the enemy. That is, you have to be so judicious, you have to be so impartial, you have to be so open-minded that if there is some good in the other person, even if he is an enemy, of course normally a normal man doesn't even like to accept, acknowledge good in others. But here the poet says one has to rise above all those things, and one should be able to accept the good even in an enemy. That is the hallmark of a great mind. So I will read the shloka, you please read it along with me, and then I will explain the shloka, then I will explain a little bit of grammar, and then we will wind up reading the shloka. I will read. Shatrorapi gunagrahyaha dosha vachya gurorapi sarvatha sarvayatnena putre shishye hitam vadet. Okay, so it says Shatroho api gunagrahya. These are four padas. Each pada or each line is independent. It is an independent sentence here in this particular shloka. It is so constructed. Shatroho api gunagrahya. It is an independent sentence. That is, gunaha means virtues. Shatroho api, even of an enemy, grahya, one has to accept. So this is a great quality, because normally even if you see some good in others, good people usually acknowledge, good people usually concede, good people usually appreciate, they do. But some people will be there who won't even acknowledge. So that will be there. But a great person, he will acknowledge even in the enemy. If there is a good quality even in the enemy, so he will acknowledge. So you will find for example in Ramayana, Rama appreciates Ravana. In the battle, if you see Yuddhakanda, when Rama and Ravana, that fight goes on, he appreciates this fellow Ravana. This Ravana is so majestic, he is so powerful. So if only he had some good mind, I would not be fighting with him. So he is such a competent fellow. But then, because of his bad deeds, because of his arrogance, because of the fact that he has committed so many atrocities, I have to fight with him. So he is acknowledging what is good in him. So similarly, we see in several other cases, the great warriors, they acknowledge the greatness in the other person. Great poets, they acknowledge. Great thinkers, they acknowledge. Great scientists, they acknowledge the greatness in the other person. Even when they are debating, they do acknowledge the greatness. So it is like that. And then our own mistakes, we have to accept. Dosha vachya gurorapi. Guroha api. Even of the teacher, doshaha vachyaha. If there are some mistakes, you have to be aware of them. You have to be aware of them, and then if there is a mistake, we should be able to tell them. In fact, that is what is in our tradition also. You see, sahana vavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, saha viryam karavavahai, tejasvina vadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. It says, isn't it? So, tejasvina vadhitamastu. Whatever we are studying, let it become very powerful. How? By proper discussion, debate, etc. Saha viryam karavavahi, it says. Both of us together, let us make it strong. That is, when the teacher is teaching, if the student has a genuine doubt, it is the responsibility of the teacher to think, it is the responsibility of the teacher to give a proper reply to him. And if what the student says is right, he has to acknowledge. Then he has to rethink on the Siddhanta and whether the student is saying right or wrong. And then there should not be any sort of anger, there should not be any sort of acrimony or animosity between them. That is why he says, it is said, ma vidvishavahai. Let us not hate each other. So a very, very important message saying about which defines the guru-shishya relation. That is the relationship between the guru and the teacher, guru and the student. So like that, the student, of course, it does not mean that the student should go on proclaiming to all the people, oh, my teacher has done this mistake. It's not like that. While discussing with the teacher, we should be boldly, honestly, politely submit what are our views? So that is what it is. Dosha vachyaha gurorapi. In fact, in one Upanishad, one sage says, whatever good has been done by us, you please follow. Yan yasmakagam sucharitani tani sevitavyani, says Taittiriya Upanishad. Whatever right has been done by us, that has to be followed by you. No itarani, not by any chance if we have committed any mistakes, don't follow those mistakes. So that is it. So dosha vachya gurorapi. Then the second the line says, sarvatha sarvayatnena putre shishye hitam vadet. So all this is one line. Sarvatha, always, sarvayatnena, by all means, putre shishye, in the case of a son or in the case of a student, hitam vadet. Hitam means whatever is right, whatever is good, whatever is right, only that thing has to be told. So why? If you don't tell, then people will say, Arey, who is this fellow's teacher? So they will find fault with the teacher. Suppose I keep on saying something stupid. Then some other scholar will question me, who told you? Who is your teacher? Then if a child doesn't behave properly in the school, what does the teacher say? Arey, your mom hasn't taught even this much manners. Your dad has not even taught this much. So the parents will be held responsible. So sarvatha, by all means, sarvayatnena. It is not sarvada, but sarvatha. Sarvada also is meaningful. Sarvada means always. Sarvatha means by all methods. Sarvayatnena, by making all types of efforts, using all tricks, let us say. Because teaching children is somewhat like a battle of wits. Because nowadays the kids are also so intelligent. Because there are so many inputs from the teachers. There is so much of information on the web. So they are also smart. So they put questions. We should not become angry. When they put questions, put some inconvenient questions, we should not become angry. We have to accept our lapses, if any. We have to laugh at our own lapses. We should learn to laugh at ourselves, otherwise it will be difficult. And then it is a battle of wits, as I said. We have to upgrade ourselves. We have to think properly, and then we have to reply to the kids. So that is what he says, sarvatha, sarvayatnena, putre, shishye. In the case of a putra, in the case of shishya, hitam vadet. One has to tell what is appropriate, what is good for him. So otherwise it will be a reflection on us. So that is what the poet says. So I will explain the grammar here. Here, shatroho api. Shatroho plus api becomes shatrorapi. That is a sandhi. Shatrorapi, refa, that rakara. Shatroho api. Shatroho is what? Shashti ekavachanam. Shashti means possessive case singular. Shatruhu is the word like shambhuhu. Shambhoho like shambhoho. Guroho like guroho. Shatroho. That is shatroho means even of the shatroho api. Shatroho means of the enemy. Shatroho api means even of the enemy. Then gunaha grahyaha. Gunaha. There is a visarga there. While writing in a shloka, sometimes you need not write because gunaha grahyaha, it will be awkward to pronounce. So guna grahyaha. Even that grahyaha, this visarga also can be there, it need not be there. Guna grahya, let us say. That is, gunaha, virtues, have to be accepted. Grahyaha. Grahya, grahana. Grahana means grabbing. Grabhnati. The Sanskrit rule, that root is grabhnati. That is accepting, grabbing. Same cognate words. Then doshaha. Doshaha means defects. If there are any defects, guroho api, even of a teacher. Guroho again is in Shashti Ekavachanam. Guroho api, even of a teacher. Doshaha vachyaha. Vachyaha means they have to be told, they have to be admitted. Avachyaha. Vach means what? To speak. Vachyaha means they have to be told. Then sarvatha. Sarvatha means by all means. Sarvayatnena, making all efforts. Making all yatna. Yatna means effort. Sarvayatnena means by all making all efforts. Putre shishyecha. Putre means what? Putra is the word. Putre what? It is a locative case. In the case of a son. Shishye. In the case of a shishya. Shishya means a student. In the case of a son. Son means son includes a daughter. In the case of shishya, in the case of a student, hitam vadet. Hitam means whatever is right, whatever is appropriate. Vadet means one has to say. that adhyapakah vadet, that need not be there. Vadet means one has to say. That whole thing is there in that vadet. So let us repeat the poem. Shatrorapi gunagrahyaha
Shatrorapi gunagrahyaha
doshavachya gurorapi
doshavachya gurorapi
sarvatha sarvayatnena
sarvatha sarvayatnena
putre shishye hitam vadet.
putre shishye hitam vadet.
Okay, fine.